Good morning, Walt. It's Ivan Mara. You guys notice there's a glare in my video. It's very weird. Why is there a glare of lights? You guys want me to shut the lights off? Because that glare is a little bit. It's too dark, you can't see me. Oh well, what can I do right? If I move it, maybe Ivan, what's that glow of that glare on your screen? I think it's my light. I don't know. I can't shut the lights off. It's too dark, obviously. Can't shut the lights off. Let's see. Oh, guys, you know my reels I made yesterday. You guys were sick, I know. Yeah. The reels are sick, I know. The reels are sick. They're amazing, obviously. Yeah. I hope I get my results for Wall for Quebec, man, if I get accepted or not. Yeah, I brought in all my information, so yeah. 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 I was Zayas with a masterpiece. Oh yeah, Zayas is a masterpiece of it. It's a masterpiece world. Masterpiece. Gray's fast overwritten, obviously. The greatest fan is not overwritten. Masterpiece, man. Yeah, man. It's a masterpiece. Say this. But it really is a great story for told. Oh yeah, it's a masterpiece, man. When you read it, amazing story. It's a masterpiece in this. That's what the gates won't control my brand, obviously. Sorry about the glare, guys. There's a glare of light in my phone. It's coming from my bulb. I don't know why the glare is showing, but I mean. Yeah. Rather than Jackson or the Raids? Yeah, man, we better than Jackson's. Or the Raids, man. You're looking up Masters. Say this. Oh. That's why the kids won't control your brand, Ivan. Because they know you did it. They know you wrote a masterpiece, obviously. Alright, no, you haven't signed your trip, man. That's how you open the door, man. Just hate on you because what? They're envious. They can't make their billions like you. So, yeah. Yeah. I remember one guy who worked at Dinty's. He lives in Elmer. He's like, man, I wish I could make $1 billion. He said that. He's one of the line guys at Dinty's. He lives near my house. He works at Dinty's. He said that. I wish I could make $1 billion. Yeah, that's why they hate on me with the Yeezys. I can make my easy billions. The keys is a lottery ticket to billions, man. That's why VJ Crazy won, because she got duped by the gatekeepers. VJ got duped, man. Yeah. She got duped. VJ got duped. I'm sorry. Yo, Ivan, I got duped. Get me out of here. Yeah, VJ. You're called the god of the gate gods for a reason, VJ. You sell to them, you're fucked. You can't make your money, man. Yeah, it's too bad, huh? VJ can't make her money. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying, man. I make music, and I only peak at like $500,000 Ivan for my earnings. Maybe $1 million, maybe 800,000 if I'm lucky. VJ probably peaks at $700,000 for her earnings around there in Hollywood. That's why she's only worth like $20 million. VJ probably makes about 500,000, 400K for movies out there. Yeah, that's around how much I make. Yeah, probably makes her $600,000 for singles. Because the kids are cars to run her career, man. They won't let her be a billionaire, obviously. That's why if I sell, they're gonna do me too. Obviously, I'm not stupid. Yeah, they're greedy psychopaths. Yeah, you have all that, all those hundreds of trillions, perhaps even quadrillions in your bank. God knows how much money they have. They might be worth their quadrillions of dollars, and you want to take my 18 billion off my book. Fucking greedy people, man. Yeah. I don't want you being a billionaire. I deserve to be a billionaire. I'm God. I created this place. I'm the air. I deserve to be that rich. It's not just about you. You have to think about me too. It's not just about you making all money and keeping me poor. You have to think about me too, man. They don't care about me, obviously. I deserve to make those billions and live that life with my wife. I created this place. Take it to their little names, you know. That's why God gave me the keys, so I can live that life with VJ. I'm so tired. I'm so tired from raking. That's why yesterday I didn't work on the raking. I was so tired. I'll work on it today though. I was so tired. I had to rake the front yard and the backyard. I also have to shovel all the leaves that are on the side of the road. There's a lot of leaves, a lot of work, man. Yeah, it took me about 3 hours. Yeah. We make a long video. Nah, this video will be 40 minutes. So I'm gonna go to the store, get my 25 pack and my 40. Yeah. And starting tomorrow, I can only get like a pack of 20 pack tomorrow, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's 12 days. $148. Yeah, I can only get a 40 and a 25 today. That's it. Yeah. You might be one day sure. I mean, yeah, but I have my cans. Usually after a week and a half, I have like about 2 bags worth of cans. Because they buy water bottles, they buy uh, cans and everything. I collect it. And after like 5 days, it's full. I have enough for like another pack of smokes. Obviously. Yeah. 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 You think Warner Bros. Will be sold? Uh, Maybe. Warner Bros. Might be sold, but Warner Bros. Might be sold, but I think Warner Bros. Should just stay as an individual company, but they might Warner Bros. Might be sold, obviously. I don't know. I don't know, obviously. Warner Bros. Might be sold. I don't know. Warner Bros. Might be sold, obviously. You understand Warner Bros. Might accept the offer. Yeah, because they have a lot of debt to pay off. So if another company can buy them for a lot of money, the board of governors who own the company, they could pay off their debt, some of the debt off, and maybe in a healthier position. But I think Warner Bros. Should just stay as a as gross as I farted. Just stay as an individual company. Obviously, Warner Bros. That's what I believe. Obviously, Samsara. I believe Warner Bros. Should just stay as an individual company. Obviously, Warner Bros. Yeah. Well, James Gunn and Peter Safran want to work for you. Yeah, they would. They might even send in their resume, but I highly doubt it though. Chances are they're going to be locked on for DC. If DC is successful, which I think it will be, Superman did pretty good. It made like 600 million in the box office. David Zaslav will be extending Peter Safran and James Gunn. And James Gunn and Peter Safran are getting up there in age too. They're getting older. Like James Gunn will be in the 70s when it came out. And Peter Safran are around the same age. And they're going to be older. I I want to hire presidents who are younger, maybe in their mid 60s to 50s to late 40s. Chances are my presidents will be at least in their 50s because they're all veteran people, right? They might be in their mid 50s, maybe early 60s. My presidents, but quite a bit of executives in Hollywood are going to be sending in their resumes because they want out of Hollywood. Yeah, I'd rather get out of Hollywood and work for Ivan. I don't have to worry about losing my job for Ivan's company. I just work hard for it and I get my check. Yeah, I don't have to worry about the movies flopping, the games flopping. Me and VJ have the keys to the kingdom, obviously. The Zane's movie merchant game will be profitable. I'm going to make billions of dollars. I don't know why. Me and VJ made like our $70 billion on the movie merchant game. Yeah. Easy Pay James got a good 65 million in film profits. Peter Safran 65 million in film profits. Or 7 million in film profits. They don't make that in Hollywood. James Gunn probably makes about maybe 12 million a year as CEO of around the 12, 13, 14 million a year as CEO, 50 million a year as CEO of DC. So Sarah, I can easily pay him more than what he's making in Hollywood, honestly. Yeah, like once Ivan does that Zane's movie, that's going to be the main event with him and VJ, not my DC universe. Yeah, when I start the process for Zanus, that's the main event, not James Gunn's DC. I told you Kevin Feige might end up with DC, right? I made a video about that a couple months ago, right? You guys remember that? I know, sick, I know. Don't have Robert Ivan. You're a genius, man. That could be true with Kevin Feige. Yeah, it could be true, obviously, with Kevin Feige. Like, yeah, he has 2 years left on his contract, and after the two Avengers movies, his contract is up. So if Kevin Feige does want to leave Marvel, he wants to leave Marvel with a bang, with a high note, by having 2 big hits. That way, the next president who jumps in is in a better position. See, okay, right, yeah, you're smart, man. Yeah, I have street smarts, the wisdom of God, right? Or he actually does want to stay at Marvel and fix it, but Marvel's in a tough spot right now. It's in a messy situation. It's very tough to get out of the mess. So Kevin Feige might want to just end it off with a bang and just explore other options in his career. He might end up at Warner Bros. With DC. Help running the DC thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? Yeah. 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 Yeah, Ivan, you and VJ are gonna be boss. So yeah, me and VJ are gonna be boss, man. That's why she cries. Because VJ wants to live that life for me. And you know what I'm saying, sweetie. Yeah, Ivan, I want that life for you, Ivan. I fucked up. I'm gonna sell my houses and get me out of here. Yeah, Victoria Justice wants me to get her out, man. Get me out of here, Ivan. I fucked up. I can't stand Hollywood. Get me the fuck out of here. I want to share the billions with you. I want to be with you. I want my freedom with you. I want the power control with you. I want to be a phase movie star with you, Ivan, for Zanus, like Lord of the Rings, and make all that money, Ivan. That's why once I signed that deal with Amazon, I released the merchandise, the movie, and the game. Victoria Justice was like, Ivan, you're self-made, man. I remember when you were pumping out videos on your channel about your Zanus brand, your book, and now the Zanus brand is huge. It's bigger than Star Wars, Ivan. I know, VJ, you're self-made. And we own the brand, too. Because VJ will own the Zanus brand with me, too, obviously. She owns it with me, obviously. Zanus brand is hers, too. She owns it with me, obviously. So the deal you and VJ signed for all your stuff is joined. Yeah, it's a joint deal. That's the best way to make it work. We're not going to have separate deals. No, like the 90-10 deal with Amazon is both our money. We signed the deal. Money's for the set. The I don't know, the $50 billion is for both of us. The 30, I don't know, 35 billion, 37 billion for the Zane's deal. Amazon deals for both of me. We share the same account, obviously. The game money and the movie. But if you're doing a game, yeah. If you want to do a game, yeah. I've been signed up. I want to be part of that game. That's glory too, yeah. I'll watch Rabbit play, obviously. I was my walking star. If you're making a Zane's game, I'm like, yeah. He's like, sign me up, fam. He's not excited for the game. Rabbit, yeah. 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 Will the game have crazier buzz than the movie? Maybe. I think I'll have just as much buzz. The game, movie, and documentary will have crazy buzz, man. The documentary will have crazy buzz, almost as crazy as the movie. The movie will obviously have crazy buzz, and the game will have crazy buzz too. A lot of people aren't really gonna want to play that game, man. Especially the Great Escape. The Great Escape game will have crazy buzz, man. Because that game will be better than Zane's game. Looking at an amazing game for that secret agent game. We're in New York, we can't find jobs. I'm making that game for $600 million. And Keanu Reeves and Matt Damon are all over in the game, man. Looking at a sick game for that. Yeah. Watch our lives with the greedy Hollywood agents, rather than saying it. And managers, they might want more money. I'm like, no, guys, I'm not paying you guys more money. I'm paying them enough. John Megan might want $1 million for the game. Like, no, John, you get $500K for the game. That's good enough for you. Obviously. Sorry, for the game, John Megan makes like his 1.9. The merchandise, he gets $500K, John. I pay John $500K for the merch. He gets like his $1.9 million for the game. That's a good deal for John Megan. That's how much he made for Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, I made like my 1.8 million for Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, John, I'm paying you more than we made in Hollywood. I'm sorry. It's a deal, man. I'm saying it sounds like John Maker, yeah. Obviously. It's a deal, man. I have to charge my phone. Please don't fall. Yeah. So you'll be the CEOs of Sky Source? Yes, we're the CEOs of Sky Source Entertainment. We have two presidents. Well, my two presidents, obviously. That's why a lot of executives will be sending in their resumes, obviously, for the job. Obviously, they want that job badly, right? Yeah, I'd rather work for Ivan than fucking working in Hollywood, man. Ivan can pay more money, and I want out of the Hollywood system. Yeah, they want out of the Hollywood system, obviously. Yeah. Well, Peter Jackson would tell you that your movie's better than Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he might. Yeah, I meant this is gonna be better than my Lord of the Rings. I mean, he might tell me that. Yeah. Or he won't tell me because he doesn't want to compete with his beloved Lord of the Rings trilogy. He might tell me, I meant this is gonna be better than my Lord of the Rings. I read your book. I'm picturing this in my mind. This is gonna be better than my Lord of the Rings. Taggart has a better character arc than my Frodo, Elijah Wood's Frodo in Lord of the Rings. I mean, yeah. Taggart has a better character arc even Frodo in Lord of the Rings. Obviously. And Return of the King had a powerful end, obviously, right? When Frodo destroys the ring and they're all like, Frodo. You know what I'm saying? Aragorn's like, for Frodo when they're creating the diversion. Yeah. And after Frodo destroys the ring, Sam talks about like the Shire and how he wants to marry Rosie and everything. It's powerful, but Zanus is more powerful than that, man. When you read the book, I won't spoil story for you. You have to read volume 3 to understand what I'm saying. Volume 3 is hardcore what? Horror, and it's powerful, man. The scenes are just cinema on the page. Cinema on the page, man. Yeah, man. Cinema on the page. It's a masterpiece, man. Cinema on the page. Sarah. Cinema on the page when you read it. cinema on the page. Say this. Yeah, your story looks sick. Oh yeah, my story's sick. It's a masterpiece. That's why the gates want to control it, obviously, because they know I wrote a masterpiece. That's why the gatekeepers want to control my brand, because they know I wrote a masterpiece, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I've heard there are going to be devils and demons. Oh yeah, you'll certainly read the book. Obviously, when you read the book, it's clear they're devils and demons, but they're not that scary in the book. The ones I bring to the mind here is like looking at the most horrific beings in movie history, guys. I showed you guys exactly what I'm talking about, right? And, you imagine devils like that, you're looking at a masterpiece. The whole world will be going crazy over my movie, man. Looking at crazy over my buzz for the movie. I'm acting as Prince Tachyon to lead. What would you be like as Prince Tachyon? Think something like Aragon. You know Aragon, Lord of the Rings? Yeah, like something like that. I'll look something like that in the movie. Like Aragon, I'm a prince. I have my long dreads. I'm saying, looking at a sick movie. Because yeah, I think something like Aragon for Tachyon for you is Tachyon, Simon. Yeah, something like Aragon, a little bit like Aragon, right? Except I look younger. I look like I'm in my 30s. Because even when I'm like I'm like 45 when once I'm king, 41, 42, I look like I'm like 33 years old. So I look like Aragon. I have that Aragon vibe, but I look younger, a little younger than that. Yeah. And VJ thinks something like Arwen and Aowen for the movie for Lithia should look like something like Aowen, right? Here's a guy who thinks something like Aowen and Arwen for the woman Ivan. Yeah, something like that for the movie. He's like, I'm looking at a sick movie, man. This is Lord of the Rings. I don't get Lord of the Rings. The masterpiece. Give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. I'll be back in a sec. Oh, hey, I'm saying. See what we want to eat. myself. Ugh. Does VJ know the situation's hopeless? Yeah, she does. And even though Ivan wrote the last words in this book, she's scared. Yeah, the gatekeepers might do something to delay it, obviously, because they don't want me. They haven't had me. They don't want me being with VJ, obviously, and they don't want me being with VJ. I told you the story right when I announced I finished my book back in 2020. I got threatened with a court order. The guy came in my room. He's like, Ivan, like, you have to go to court. I'm like, for what? What did I do? He's like, Ivan, you have to go. I'm like, I'm not going. Ivan, if you don't go, they're going to bring you in. And I said no. And that's like a week later, the cops came in and they arrested me. I told you my story. And they threw me in the hospital. I was there for like 40 days. And after I came back home, the folks hacked my laptop, obviously. That's how wicked they are. And they don't want me being king, obviously. Yeah, I don't want you being king with VJ's law. That pisses me off. I don't want you being a movie star with a white VJ Ivan. Being queen and making all that money, that pisses me off. I'm envious Ivan. Yeah, you didn't fucking create this place, man. You think it's okay for you to make all those trillions, but it's not okay for me to make my billions in your house. But you didn't create this place. Me and VJ did. You did it. Well, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking psychotic. Yeah, the gatekeepers act like as if they created the universe. Like they're the gods of the universe. They're not, man. They may be the gate gods, but they didn't create the universe. Me and VJ did. They didn't create the universe. Me and VJ created this place. They didn't. It's not just about you living that rich life. I deserve to live that rich life too. That's why God gave me the keys. And I wrote my masterpiece last one saying, that money's mine, you're not touching it. There you go. It's my money, not yours. There you go. Some sour. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna be bold gatekeepers. Oh yeah. Even when they're scaring me, and I know I see guys pull a shotgun and a gun, which they are gonna do. Yeah, we're like they're yeah, it looks like the mafia, man. That's why VJ be crying. Oh, Ivan, don't sell. It's a trap. I know. That's why she feels bad for me. Obviously. Yeah. Ivan, you really wanted to die? No, but I know they're gonna dupe me and destroy my life if I sell. I have no choice. I have to choose the other choice. I'm like, okay, even though I'm scared to die, all I gotta do is just wake up 1 minute later and I get it over with. I'd rather go through that horror wake up 1 minute later than have the families do like that. No way. They're going to destroy your life, Ivan. They're going to steal your money, man. They're not going to let you be a billionaire, Ivan. Kiss your billions goodbye, Ivan, if you sell. Yeah, if we can get Ivan to sell, we can now guard the door on his Zanus brand, and we destroyed his relationship with his wife, EJ. It's already destroyed my relationship with my wife. As the mess already happened, now after causing that mess, they want me to share it with the world. Because they want to destroy my relationship with my wife because they have an envy. They also want to guard the door on me and VJ's brands and our careers. And they're not going to let you make your billions, Ivan. It's not going to happen. VJ's the proof. They won't even let it be worth $100 million, Ivan. And you think I'm going to let you guys take my money? You're crazy, man. You make enough money around the world, these billions, I don't know, the 30 billion, 20 billion off the Zane's brand's mine, 23 billion off the Zane's brand, 80 billion off the Zane's brand's mine. You're not touching it. This is my money, it's not yours. Don't hate me, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, but Ivan, it's only $18 billion. Yeah, the gates know, even though $18 billion is pocket change to the gatekeepers, they know I have the keys to the kingdom. Me and VJ have the keys to the kingdom, obviously. We have the keys to the kingdom, obviously. Yeah, with $18 million, Ivan could start his film studio better than my Hollywood company. He can easily fund his movie for $3 billion. And he'll make his billions back off that. You guys see what I'm saying? Ivan only has $18 million, but he can put $3 billion towards his Zanus movie, $500 million towards this game. When he signs that mega deal with Amazon, that's like a 70, 80, 90, $100 million deal around there. $75 billion deal. They're thinking the bigger picture, like John said with Superman, right? DC, obviously. You always have to think bigger picture. 18 billion may be pocket change, but I have the keys to the kingdom with VJ. So if we start a business, we can make our tens of billions off that because we have the keys to the kingdom. We're thinking bigger picture. Yeah, Ivan will make maybe his 70 to 80 billion dollars, even $100 billion off his Zanus brand for the movie merchant game. That's a lot of money. I don't want to make that money in my house. Yeah, but I don't know, the 80 billion I'm making off the Zanus brand is not the, I don't know, the 70, 80 trillion you're making every year. Yeah, I mean, it's peanuts, but I'm envious. I don't want you making that money off of Ivan. We deserve to make that, to control your brand and make that money. No, you don't, man. You're not God. And you make more money around the world. I'm not going to let you take my money, man. No way. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you steal my money. There you go. You won't let me make money. You said no to me touching your trillions. Zero to you two, no to you two. You're not touching my billions either. You know, Ivan's not making a dime of touching a dime of my money. Victoria Justice, have her sell. Don't let her be a billionaire, even when she sells to me, because either way, we're fucked, obviously. And now when I write my master I was saying is now you also want to take my money too, because you're fucking psycho, man. You're a greedy pig, and I'm like, zero. You're not touching the money off my veins, but that money's mine. You're not touching it. There we go. So, sorry. Yeah. And my father's protecting me. Ivan, don't worry about it, man. I'm gonna wake you up 1 minute later after you die. 1 minute later, I wake up. The scariest part of dying is before you die, and I'm out, and I wake up. Ivan, you're gonna wake up 1 minute later in the hospital, Ivan. 1 second you're there, the next second you wake up in the hospital. Because when you die, you're unconscious. There's no time. So I wake up 1 minute later in the hospital. Once I wake up, I'm like, what the fuck? And I cry, and I'm like, oh my god, I got it over with, man. I fucking died, man. And VJ now sees the light the moment I wake up. She now sees the light, and she'll finally delete those numbers. The guy she's been seeing for years, she'll delete those numbers, obviously. And I'll delete the numbers I have to, because I'm obviously going to have quite a bit of numbers too when I pay the fee and when I have a girlfriend, right? Yeah. You're just waiting for me, obviously. I was waiting for me off your book, by the way. I made $18 million. You made $18 million off your savings book? I'm like, yeah. She's like, holy shit. That's a lot of money. We can live life with that money, I know. We can start our films with that money, I know. We won the lottery, I know. $18 million. She's like, holy shit, that's a lot of money, I know. We won the lottery with that money. If you make $18 million, will you still build your $1 million house? Yeah. It's only if I make like $15 billion, then I'll build maybe a $700 million house, a bit cheaper, obviously. A $700 million house I'll build if I make 15, 16 billion. 15, 16, 17 billion, I can put maybe 700 to 800 million towards my house. If I make 18 billion plus, which I should, I'll put $1 billion towards my house, obviously. Easy, you made $18 million off your book. I'm like, yeah, how much copies did you sell? I sold 1 billion copies, BJ. Holy shit, you beat out Harry Potter on it, I know. Well, there's also Very Neat. If I finish Very Neat, I'll make more. I made like my 25, 26 billion off the 2 books. Maybe 30 billion around there, right? Off of 2 books. Yeah. Yeah. That's like you leading the life, man. Yeah. Anyways, this is what guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. This is our man. I'm talking about peace. Go ahead, man. Peace out, guys.